In this unit, I'm going to show you how to get an Alabama privilege license and what's known as becoming a designated agent. After you've received your dealer's license, you must obtain the appropriate local privilege license from your county or your city. The Alabama Department of Revenue will only issue dealer license plates after you've purchased your local privilege license, which might be called a local business license or a local occupational license. By having your local privilege license, this will show the state that you are, in fact, 100% compliant with all city and state regulations. I want to show you some different ways to get your privilege license, depending on where your dealership is located. Let's say, for example, your dealership is located in Montgomery. You can do a Google search of Montgomery, Alabama privilege license, and there on the screen you're going to see a direct link to the City of Montgomery's licensing division. And you can click on their website and you're going to be able to apply for your business license application right through their website and upload any documentation that might be required for a Montgomery privilege license. Let's go ahead and try a different city. Let's say your dealership will be located in Mobile. Then you can search for Mobile, Alabama privilege license, and you'll see the City of Mobile's business license page there. And you can go ahead and apply for your license through the City of Mobile, Alabama's licensing page. Now, let's say, for example, you're not in a city, but you're in a rural area of a county. In that case, if your dealership's not in a city, you're going to need to get a county privilege license from the county that your dealership is in. So let's just say your dealership is in Coosa County and you're not in a city, you're in the county itself, then you're going to go ahead and apply for your Coosa County business license as well. And you can normally do that with a quick, easy search. If you are not comfortable with this, you can always go into your city hall or your county courthouse, and normally you can purchase your local privilege license right there in your city hall or your county courthouse. But you should be able to easily get that online, and it might be referred to as a local business license or possibly even an occupational license, depending on your city or county. This will show the state that you are 100% legal in your jurisdiction. All dealers must get the appropriate privilege license. As I said, the Department of Revenue will only issue your dealer plates after you've obtained your local privilege license, and this is a requirement for all licensed motor vehicle dealers in the state of Alabama. One of the final steps in the licensing process is called becoming a designated agent. You're going to have to become what's called a designated agent for the state of Alabama. All Alabama dealers are required to become a designated agent for the state of Alabama. So we must obtain our dealer's license, and then we're going to become a designated agent. And this will allow you to access the Alabama title system to order titles to the vehicles that you've sold to your customers. And this is going to be a quick online short course that I'll show you how to take here in just a few moments. And we will delve into this extensively here in the very next section. I want you to be aware later on the course, when we do apply for titles for the customer, when the title application has been electronically submitted, we're also going to mail in a packet in addition to that. So you are going to be able to file multiple title applications in the same envelope. And I will show you how to do that extensively here in just a few moments. When you become a designated agent for the state, you'll be charged a title application of $16 whenever you apply for your customer's titles. Dealers are also allowed to charge the customer a maximum of $1.50 for the bill of sale, and dealers can actually charge a maximum of $16.50 for the title application fee. Now, I want you to be aware these fees could change, but it should show you on the website every time what the maximum fee that you can charge. Currently, it's $16.50. A dealer currently cannot charge more than $16.50 for the title application when you're applying for a customer's title for that vehicle that you've sold. If the dealer charges more than the maximum fee, then that's considered a misdemeanor or possibly even a felony and can result in fines or the revocation of your license. So I want to remind you later on when you've got your license and you're doing a title application, currently, we're allowed to charge $1.50 for the bill of sale and a maximum of $16.50 to the customer for that title application. Once again, the chronological order for you is going to be that you're going to obtain your dealer's license. You're then going to register as a designated agent. You will not need an additional surety bond when you're getting your designated agent status. You can use your normal dealer surety bond. And then you're going to complete your quick designated agent training module. And then you'll be able to access the Alabama title system to order customers' for your title. And the Department of Revenue will send you emails to let you know what process of the application that you are in, what step that you are currently in. When the training is taken to become a designated agent, the training attendee does not have to be, any representative of the dealership. It can actually be the representative that you choose. So when you do this, you have to submit a copy of your banking information as well. So that designated agent training can be taken right at the MVTrip website. And there on the screen, you're going to actually see a link to the actual PowerPoint presentation of the designated agent training. But I want to give you this very important contact information regarding designated agent training. Questions can be emailed to noreply@mvtrip.alabama.gov. You see that right there on the screen. I'll give that to you one more time. You can send an email to noreply@mvtrip.alabama.gov, and the phone number directly if you have any questions whatsoever on designated training. Now, this is designated agent training specific number right here, 334-242-9000, with any questions regarding designated training or designated training agents. Here's where you can easily begin your designated agent training, and this is going to be at mvtrip.alabama.gov. So you're just going to go ahead and enter your username and password at the very top right of the screen. And once you are logged on, you're going to be able to see a lot of really helpful information on the MVTrip website, including, as you see right up there at the top, all the latest news for dealers and consumers at the very top right of the news alerts section. So you can always log in here and see if there's any messages directly to licensed motor vehicle dealers. And you're going to be able to click on one of the many boxes down here. And I want to show you what you're going to be able to do when you first start your training module. You can go ahead and click on the transfer title, and it's going to show you how to transfer a title. It's also going to show you how to order manufactured home applications. You can submit existing applications as well. And when you click on that little link, you'll be able to transfer a title. You'll be able to replace a title. You can correct a title if you've ever made a mistake on a title. You can manage liens. And later on in this course, we're going to delve extensively into financing. So if you are, say, for example, managing a buy here, pay here dealership, you'll be able to manage your liens right through this website. You can report stolen vehicles. You can report rebuild titles, and you can also let the state know when you are altering a manufactured home title as well. So you can add liens right by clicking this little box here. You can also do an out-of-state transfer. So when you're selling a vehicle to someone in another state, then you're going to check that little box. You can avoid a transaction if you want to close that out. And you can also go ahead and submit pay any monies that you might owe to the state. If you need a replacement title, you can order that right here. Let's say, for example, maybe you've lost a title, you can order a replacement title. Or if you've made a significant mistake on a title, you can actually correct your titles here. You can apply for your rebuild titles. And there's also a real quick start guide for the Alabama title system that's going to give you a lot of really helpful information for you right there. So after you've taken the training, I do want you to be aware you'll be able to order titles at that time. Remember, the training must be taken at mvtrip.alabama.gov. And at that time, when you have completed, you are going to be able to order your titles through this system. And I want to remind you, if you have any contact questions, it's going to be mvtrip.alabama.gov. Or if you have any questions about becoming a designated agent or taking that training, you can call 334-242-9000. This is a requirement for all licensed motor vehicle dealers to become what is called a designated agent. So you're going to be able to log in that website and easily order titles for the customers that you've sold vehicles to. And by the way, I'm going to delve into that more extensively later on in the course and show you exactly how to specifically order titles for the vehicles that you've sold to a customer. By the end of this training course, you are going to be an expert in the process of ordering new titles for the customers of the vehicles that you have sold. Let's move on to the next unit.